Hi and Assalamualaikum. My name is Nurul Najwa binti Sabri and my matrix number is 279237. In this video, I will present about land use model and type of land use model that I have choose, which is sector model. In my presentation, I will discuss about two parts. The first part is related to the land use that I choose and the reason why I choose that model. In the second part, I will talk about the city I created using the land use model that I choose. The land use model that I choose is Hoyt sector model. What is the Hoyt sector model? Homer Hoyt wanted to provide an alternative to the concentric zone model as a way of explaining urban land use. Ernest Berkus developed the concentric zone model in the 1920s based on his studies of Chicago. Berkus' model suggested that cities have zones arranged in a series of concentric bands and expand outward from the CBD. Hoyt argued that instead of concentric sets of neighborhood, cities are primarily laid out in pie or wedge-shaped zones and corridors developed from the core of the city to the outskirts. In the Hoyt sector model, the CBD is still in the center, but expanding outward away from it along transportation lines are zones used for industry and residential developments. For example, the electric streetcar allowed low-income areas to extend from the CBD to the outer edge of the city. Land use within each sector will remain the same because like attracts like. The high-class sector will stay high-class because it will be the most sought after area to live, so only the rich could afford to live there. The industrial sector will remain industrial as the area would have a common advantage of a railway line or river. The reason why I choose Hoyt sector model is because the model shows outward progression growth, and I found out that numerous cities do seem to follow this model. The example of city that used the Hoyt sector model is Shivajinagar in India. As you guys can see, this is my city named Metro City. There is 5 zones in my city. The red color one is Central Business District, or known as CBD. As with all classic models of urban land use, the Hoyt sector model has at its core the Central Business District CBD. Every older city has one such district at its center. Typically, it is the area with the high-rise buildings, banks, and large business headquarters. It is the commercial and business center of a city. In bigger cities, the CBD is often referred to as the financial district. In Metro City, the city center and tourist center are located within the CBD area. Next zone is industry, which is in blue color zone. According to this model, in region of the city with significant industrial transportation routes, which is rail, barge, freight, industrial corridors will develop. The noise and pollution of this zone drive all but the poorest residents away from these areas. In this zone, almost everyone rents. The industry operating in Metro City is a light industry. Third zone is working class housing, or known as low class residential, which is in green zone. Next to the industrial corridors are the lower or working class residential zones. In Metro City, people who live here tend to be factory workers and live in low income housing. Housing is cheap due to its proximity to industry where pollution, traffic, railroads, and environmental hazards make living conditions poor. Those who live in this sector do so to reduce the cost to commute to work. They are sometimes stereotyped as living on the other side of tracks and may experience discrimination. Fourth zone is middle class residential, which is in orange color zone. This residential area is a bit more desirable because it is located further from industry and pollution. People who live in Metro City and work in the CBD have access to good transportation lines, making their commute easier. The middle class sector is the largest residential area. Last zone is the purple color zone, which is the area where high class residential located. Hoyt's model also identified an elite zone for the handful of upper-class people who live in the city. High-class residential sectors tend to be quiet, clean, and have less traffic than the other ones. There is also a corridor that extends from the CBD to the edge of the city where the prime real estate is found. In Metro City, you will find the high-class district on the west side where prevailing wines enter the city and are upwind from industrial zones, which are dirty and smelly. It is unlikely that high-class residential housing would be found near factories or lower-class housing areas. In this way, Hoyt model suggests a distinct physical separation between the wealthy and the poor. Next, as you guys can see, this is the landmark of Metro City called Metro State Building. It is located on city center of Metro City. It was originally completed with 25 floors and a height of 253 feet. Then, the natural resources found in the Metro City is forests, timber trees, and rubber trees. The economic sector that operated in the Metro City is a light industry. As an example of light industry being worked on is food manufacturing, textiles, rubber manufacturing, and furniture manufacturing. To conclude, these models were used to explain different types of cities and the neighborhood that made up the city. The Hoyt sector models uses pie-shaped wedge to illustrate this theory of land use, and the CBD is at the center of the urban area. It then expanded outward away from the CBD along transportation lines, where we found zones used for industry and residential development. That's all from me, Nurul Najah binti Sabri. Thank you for listening.